Can McCaffrey do it again? Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game.
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Come on, set. And two-star.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know,
and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Let's go. Let's go. Set. H.E. Gator.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week, because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points up.
Rush comes and they block it, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6, and the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. When you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 8. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 13. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Touchdown, Indianapolis. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. 21-0 our score. Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press by. He touches the rock.
A solid run on first down. Gain of now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll set up a throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On second down, it's Pollard. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll look to throw here. And he connects with Ebron. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Again, McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw on third and goal toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. from 3 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, Freeman. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll set up to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Ready. 15, 1, 69.
2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On first down, it's Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Freeman again. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. And remember, his first one was blocked. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it close. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear
by
the time we have to leave the booth.
That one good for 33 and a first. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flushed out right. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it together, team. Go on, go on. Ready?
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus and the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darren Waller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Incomplete. Royce Freeman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come. 5.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Mike 54. Squeeze, double. Watch out. Check. Fresno. You're out. Fresno. Let's go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes, right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's a 2nd and 7. Gets it off to Freeman. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Ready? 30 base. Go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.